Okay, Twitter's back up. Please give me a moment, because I lost internet access. I think I had a little power surge, because I noticed my light flickered, and all of a sudden, it was like, oh, I have no network connection. Please give me a moment to make sure everything's set on up. Or reset on up. That's going. It was like, Rumble's back up and going. Keep going. Uh, oh, this look, X is back up and going. Kick is going. Yep, Kick is going. YouTube. Okay, YouTube's back up and going. Sorry about that, everyone. Okay, I think everything's back up and going from that little power issue. Oh, either way, let's go ahead and on to the next replay. And I hate that happened. Somebody was talking with me, and then that happened. Oh, either way. Sorry about that, whoever may or may not be there anymore. What does it look like over here? Okay, yeah, okay, that's looking fine now. Okay, I think everything's good to go again. Yeah, I think everything's good. I should just stop panicking and start just going forward now. So, let's start. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another H-Pirates 3 replay. Spawn on the top right side as the blue Asua, we have Vindian. And spawn on the bottom left side as the Portuguese, we have Noob. They're just being retasked there. Gonna cook up the local fauna. It's not building a mill just yet. Oh, looks like he didn't drop any of any wood crates. There's the Portuguese apparently. Or no, that's Usua. Yeah, so it's 200 wood there. Oh, either way, because most people tend to pull out their market as soon as they can, so they can get out their hunting dogs research. But it looks like he's not going for that. Over here, we do, of course, check out the livestock market. We got a granary here as well. He is only at 8 out of 9 population, so he's going to need to get some villagers onto the woods sooner rather than later. Or maybe he's going to use a bit of the livestock here. He does find some water bison there, so it does get a nice little advantage there. Blue picks him off, and Blue's going to steal that treasure. Steals that 75 food out of that poor, hungry European's mouth. Like, in candy from baby, I guess. This explorer is now heading up north. And let's see if we got any decks here. Nope, he's not. The sewer player's not set his deck yet, nor has the Portuguese player. Likely when they get their first shipment, then we can take a look at their decks. And let's see what deck he goes for. Doesn't look anything just yet. His opponent has looked at the deck right now. It is the... Let's see now. Looks like he has brings 3 villagers, has resource crates, has access to more archers, raiders, additional raiders and knights per war camp and watchtower, Girot and university builder, palace wagon and influence, Akin musketeers and also build war camps, Berber allies, additional Berber nomads, the group of villagers, Girots, Old Lithed Knights, influence, Emir of Kano, Chipsa hero, as well as some escorts. We do have Emir of Kano, that just did that one. Hajin Emirate, there's a number of raiders that live in Knights, make them upgrades cheaper and faster. Villagers gather from trees and mines faster around universities. Senar horsemen, heavy handcav from the Sudan. Armored cavalrymen, field use of muskets, good versus handcav. And Berber allies, fast running camel that terrifies horses. Both got more infinite influence there. Lithed Knights and Raiders ride faster and the attack points now attacks increase, have AoE attack. Castles, 2 palace builders, 3 camp builders increases the build limits. As well as the Ziners Kuniras. There's a number of counter guard, which are Dragoon variant. Enables them to be trained from the palace where they are partially cost, coin, and influence. As point, let's see now. He has town centers now slowly trigger all resources. And it's Portuguese. They can get out early town center, can't they? So, and this is a effective town center. This is not a global bonus, like to go directly in resources, but this actually is a resource that town centers provide. So going from mass town centers would give you some decent resources. Town centers attacks increased, and you can call out additional militiamen the second time, so you have access to more defensive town centers. And settlers and fishing boats gather faster. He may want to eye for some fish. Let's get the second cover wagon there. This could provide him some excellent resource generation. I don't think he has any villagers on wood, does he? That means this 14, 15 resource generation is from those town centers, I believe. Maybe I'm mistaken. Access to wood crate, gold crate, crossbows, musketeers and constant attack, increased cards, spice trade, villagers from food from villagers, hunt and berries faster. Band of Kenmir mercenaries, armored mercenaries who fired a heavy musket to inflict siege damage. More crates, halberdiers. Possible Portugal improve the hit points of all Portuguese melee units. Skirmishers, cazadores, dragoons. Dragoon combat increases the dragoon's damage and hit points. Organ guns, fort. Musket and cazadores attack increase and hit points increase. Dragoons have increased range and line of sight. Heavy cannons, factory. Red has one of a outpost up here, but it's getting raided by the raiders. Hasua has a quick spawn. Rather than employing militia, they can pull a quick spawn raiders, which are effective versus villagers. They get bonus versus villagers and deal less damage versus heavy infantry, such as pikemen. Apparently, they also do extra damage versus guardians. A little pick there. The Portuguese player is eyeing for a fast fortress age. It's a little bit risky. He has no military units in the field. He has 2 town centers here. And does get another cover wagon. Now he has 3 town centers. That's a bit aggressive. He may want to go for the town militia sooner rather than the rate at current rate. Maybe go for the fort around his nearest town center as well. A very tight cluster unit. Honestly, he probably should eye for some villagers on wood and eye for some fish. Got trading posts over here and here. I'm not sure. Let's see. They can provide the Blash. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Heavy Turkoman cavalry armed with a lancer and bow, so it's a hybrid unit. G fast. What's G fast? You could go. Halberdier is going to be very useful right now against these raiders. right now he knows that to fight against Hasua, they have to pull out raiders quite often. Raiders now making their advance, 8 of them. We got a pair of stables being put on field. There's one that's being torched down, does get quickly torched down. Has some wood crates here. Stable's starting going up. He needs to put the militia now. There's a lot of units on the field. Does get stable on the field. We got the wave of militia being put on the field. He needs more food for more militia. They're neither classed as light nor heavy infantry. Goblin Riders getting caught up on the Explorer. That's actually good for red. It makes this one not advance on forward. We got the Explorer over here trying to stop these villagers from collecting up the local fauna. And these villagers will go down. Been an oversight there. He does have 3 town centers for extra villager queues, so he has expendable amount, but doesn't have enough food for them time being. Going for a number of housing there. It's actually a pop cap, so that's actually a bit of a mistake on the Portuguese side. Relying quite a bit on those town centers. They do have provide a decent amount of resource trickle as well. They provide 50, 25, 25. So they basically provide 1 resource per second total, which is slightly better than a regular villager. And it's hard to raid that. Militiamen do take out that heavy cav. They do have 26 attacks, so they do decent defense. And Dragoons are going to be useful versus to defend himself against the various cavalry units like the Husso, like the Ploy on the field. More Dragoons in the build queue. He needs to get more villagers in the build queue. He can get 3 more. Now eyeing for the fast veteran Hussar, as well as more villagers now. As I mentioned beforehand, he could go for some fishing boats. Cost a bit of wood to do that though. Now we've got a church going on up. He does not have the church upgrade. He probably should go for Dragoon Combat. This also does provide a triple EXP. Bit of fire there. Does take out one of those units. We do have now the granary could be sieged down. We do now have some more Fulani archers. Now got the number of Akin Gatirs. And now it's going for one commerce age. Opponent's eyeing, the Portuguese player's eyeing for more Dragoons. He needs more houses in the field. He is getting some hits there on his opponent's villagers. Does pick one off there. So it has 32 villagers. Or no, that's the Portuguese at 32. His opponent, the Hasua, has 23 at the moment. These trading posts are providing a small amount of influence as well. Here's some gunfire somewhere. Not sure where it's firing at. I do have now a Mosque Wagon put on the field. Let's go down with those villagers there. Fulani archers getting some damage. Fulani archers do bonus versus light cav, which these Dragoons are classified as. Mosque has been put on the field. Hussar is on the build queue. Designed for a shipment of villagers and Girots. They can collect some resources and 2 newborns. Does have another shipment available as well. You may want to go for the Berber allies, get some more villagers. Dragons push way forward with the Explorer. It's going for some organ gun shipment as well as more villagers. He definitely needs to eye more wood. He has enough wood income for a house every minute. Does get some damage there on these villagers. Dragoons do half damage versus villagers, so they're not supposed to be a good item to raid with. But of course, get enough of them there. Taking about a lot of fools and villagers. Here it's starting to toot their horns there. Hussars are falling back in time as well. They are classified as heavy cav. Portuguese player is pretty close to going to the next age as well. So in my opinion, need to pull out some more villagers on the wood to get more housing there. Does get a good amount of wood there. He may have purchased some wood with the market. Does have some organ guns here. And there's enough to age up. He could age up. That's going to age up as well. And maybe the fast age up, maybe. Root here now engages the Guarani Guard. Guarani Guard does point to heavy cav, not just light cav. So, does take out the Hussars here with the Guarani Guard. So the Phantom Dragons do get some good damage onto them. They are a light range cavalry themselves. Those of the Dragoons only do bonus efforts heavy cav, not just cavalry in general. So they actually are on somewhat equal footing there. So they're not getting healed up by the gear ups. They're inherently higher quality. They are mercenary units. 30 damage, 12 range. Dragoons are 12 range, 56 damage, but they have 100 less health as well. One shipment is available. He may keep that for the, well, various next age upgrades or shipments. Now we do have these organ guns here. They can do some great damage. They love to shoot everything that moves. Let's get some good damage on the villager. Does see more damage in return. And he goes for another cover wagon, so now he's going to have 4 town centers. He is going to bring in the heavy cannons, not the factories. He could apply out some more militia men or help support his force. More dragoons, more villagers. He has a great reserve of gold, probably too much. Look at that gold. We got some veteran Costadors there. Heavy cannons now available. Does get the arsenal out as well. His opponent right now is going to next age as well, going for some elite Fulani archers. And it looks like red is eyeing for towns down here. Interesting spot there. I think just trying to do that so it gets some more of the local fauna. You could probably put some more villagers onto wood in order to get out fishing ships as a possibility. Late transition. We now have the selective lodgings being researched. Now here's the 2 heavy cannons. Heavy cannons, of course, are pretty heavy. They'll do some great damage there, though he's starting to lose some of these units there. Unfortunate. Starting to torch down this area. It's going for the Jari Emirate. Number of raiders and Lipid Knights. Make the upgrades cheaper and faster. And there goes that castle there. You got the shipment. Now there's going to be a quite sizable force here, though it does receive quite a bit of damage from the orc guns. He can spend his influence on some militia spearmen or archers. Here's not firing away. Orc guns setting on up. Getting some great damage with those Fulani archers there. Dragoons firing away. One orc guns does get exposed there. Heavy cannon hitting the Fulani archers. It looks like heavy cannons will not do much for us in this fight there. Just pick off there. The hit cancer seems to fire there. Fennec Dragoon seems to damage there. Heavy cannon does go down. Now it's going to set us up away with the Dragoons. And does have one shipment available. He could save up his influence a little bit to get this out. The unique Dragoons, which will be effective versus the Dragoons. The Portuguese player is eyeing, does have shipment available, going for some more Caçadores. Caçadores are a skirmisher. Now it's going for a fort wagon.
Preparado.
More Caçadores being employed in the field. Dragoons maybe eyeing for engagement. Fulani archers, of course, are a good counter to them. Portuguese players are currently at 59 villagers. Opponents only have 33. The fort is being set up right there. We got kind of a bit of infrastructure going on up. Red does not know about it just yet. Let's see. That's what he sees at the moment. He's eyeing push up north, trying to go to these huntables, but we'll find all this stuff right there. That is either really good or really bad for Red right now, because you realize, oh crap, Fort Wagon's going to be set up right there. It's going to be very vulnerable right now. It does not get interrupted. The wagon did not arrive yet. He does spot the fort there. Running on 1,500 health. So we put his entire force up there. The fort is still vulnerable there, but now Red's pushing down south, trying to torch down the fort. It looks like he will destroy the fort before it gets destroyed. That's a big loss there. Very, very big loss there. Portuguese player has a modest amount of resources on the field, going for some petards. While his opponent does have no resources on the field, spinning out all his money. He has some powerful elite musketeer. Guards have employed field. They do 2,000 damage. They don't do any AoE damage, so let them target attack structure and it will basically be blown up, though these structures do have more than 2,000 health each. The turrets making their advance. I'm not sure what they're trying to hit. They can destroy the mosque quite quickly. He does want the petards there. When the petards do go down, he's trying to go for the market. It does have 2,000 health, so it could be one shot by it. There's a number of halberdiers on the field as well. Most of the huntables on the map have been claimed. Blue has some back here, and even has a small little herd back here, but Red doesn't have any huntables left on his map. He's now going to have to go for mills. We do have a factory wagon here not set on up. That may be an oversight. That probably is a very big oversight, honestly. He doesn't have any factory deployed in the field. Probably needs to deploy them out to get out more food. So going for heavy cannon probably wouldn't hurt either. There you go, the factory is now going on up.
Same.
And his granary could be focused down. There's some huntables there from the claim. Dragoons advancing forward. Force of 24 here. His opponent has a force of 73. Trying to whittle them down. Not sure where the rest of Red's force here, but he has some idle villagers now. He has an army of 52. Factory wagon has been pulling field, eyeing for more villagers. He may want to pull off some villagers at the moment. Blue right now is in a good position. Because nearly half the villagers. But red just simply has stalled out on food. Have to rely on mills now. Ruffs and balls there. Gearot's starting to toot their horns. May want to deploy the rest of this militia. Oh, something on siege. Oh, looks like this trade post going to go down. Blue could take the advance to advance forward. These Kosovo are starting to engage. They do hold sandwich versus heavy infantry and light cav, but they will be hit hard by these heavy cav. Dragons now being brought on back, and with the fact that trade posts there, it allowed a good opportunity for Blue to advance. You can plot some more militia out in the field. You may as well just do it. Right now, Portuguese players not deploying out any force. Does another shipment may want to go for a military unit. Phosphorus maybe, or Dragoon combat. More Castadors or more Dragoons from the field, as well as more Castadors and villagers. The Arsenal does go down there. Or, I'm not sure what that building was. That's the Arsenal. Got another factory, though. Now I do have some more of the Order of Avis. Dragoons have increased range and line of sight. Just put the Dragons up to 18 range. The Fulani Archers in comparison do have 17 range. Red just needs to start pulling out large military units. Let's get a couple more villagers. I'm gonna wall up the region. Now I do have some mortars or howitzers. The upgraded mortars now pulled on the field. This will annihilate these structures in no time. Their damage right now is 625. We have a bit of AoE. And these mills get annihilated there. Needs more military units. Trying to go for some fish now. Now's the time to pull the militia. Here it's tooting their horns. Taking out some individual Castadors. Dragoons do get a bit of a volley there. Losing the base forward. These houses will go down quickly. Howitzers take no prisoners. Structures as prisoners. Overkill on that structure there. Now more starting going down. Villagers just being called on in. Another time that does go down. He may have too many Gearots here. Let's see a large number then. Set up step away, but has nothing to engage these houses at the moment. Dragons do kill St. Francis artillery. And now all these villagers are going to go down. There's a large number of force here. And the Portuguese does back of the game. Losing a fort like that, it's probably what did him in. Either way, sound great saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. That one's invalid. Greetings everyone, and Great here with another HBars 3 replay. Spawn on top right side as a Hosua, we have Robin 77729868. On bottom left side as the British, we have I had to play Germany twice. I didn't really like playing Germany, I guess.
Nuh-uh.
Both sides, of course, collecting up treasures. Neither side's found something to their deck just yet. Let's see, what type of map is this? Is this Iroquois of some sort? Unlock Rifleman. Always something in northern Canada with all the coldness. Giant, so maybe Plains? Central Canada? I don't really know these maps myself. Let's see, what type of units do we have here? Of course, got claim a unique skirmisher. Game was paused. Over here, of course, got the giant rider.
Ready?
We do have oh damn, I forgot what her name was. The pirate lady attacking that exotic doggo. More of the resources being cleaned on up. And we do have now a deck selected for the British forces. So let's take a look at their cards. For our cards, of course, we got the settlers here, which giving 3 settlers and 4 settlers. Resource crate, resource crate, resource crate, longbows, musketmen. We do got musketeer and grenadier attack increase. Musketeer and grenadier troop hit points increase. And Hussar and Dragoon hit points. And the advanced arsenal. More villagers, gold, longbows. Longbows inflict more damage to heavy infantry and gain more range. Increase their range by 4. Not bad. More musketeers. Grenadier and musketeer attack point hit and hit point increase. Hussars, cavalry combat. Falconets. Refrigeration, all villagers gather food quicker. Some rockets deployed on the field. And of course got improved fortifications and then factory. For his opponent. Of course we got villagers there, Hosua Kingdom, get a various builder. Resource crate. Fulani archers. What's called raiders. Photo tactics, Fulani archer range increase and siege range. Cavalry hit points, increases the hit points of his cavalry. House of Armenia. 1 palace and 300 influence. Got Girats. We got spice trade. And we got the Sudanese allies, which are infantry that tosses knives from range, inflict melee damage, attacks faster, gets closer. Got villagers and Girats, resource crate, influence crate, range cavalry, the javelin riders, Fulani archers, Lifted knights, a lot of military cards to say the least. Javelin riders gain more hit points, inflict greater damage against heavy cav, so more of a counter as those hit points. Fulani archers attack and hit points increase. Hired cannoneers get cannoneers. Heavy and the Sinar horsemen. And for the finally, we have Fulani archers and raiders. Up here, we do have the more Lifted knights and the Durbar Parade. Lifted knights and raiders have ride faster. They attack the AoE, expression trample mode. And yep, and that summed up all the cards. Both sides went for heavy and military cards. Both players now in Commerce Age. Of course, the United Kingdom can pull out manors, which allows them to get out some free villagers per manor deployed on the field. So going for a heavy amount of wood will result in more villagers. Though the manors do cost extra because of that. Still cost effective though. We also have an outpost there, probably from the age up, which gives them a little bit extra defense to work with. Versus the opponent, who is the Hosua, which tend to pull out those raiders from the town center. Bit of an unbearable world right there. You suppose some rounds in the other bear, I guess. Or the confused ability wears off before the bears can kill themselves. Steel traps, another shipment of wood, which would allow him to get out some more manors. In comparison, let's see, either go for 4 villagers, or can go for 5 manors, right? 140, no, it'd be 120, so there's at least 4 manors there, so that's basically the same. It does take a bit of labor time from 1 villager, but you get the same amount of villagers as well as your housing space. I can see the cores of wood being a bit more effective in this case. Raiders now pull out on the field. A villager may have went down there. He does have an outpost for defense, of course, militiamen. He's going for musketeers, which they do bonus damage against cavalry melee. This manor will go down. There's a forward castle here as well. So blue is eyeing for a bit of aggression. Does have a proxy castle. There's a rifleman there that must have been from a landmark. Native treasure site. Trinkets. Musketeers now push way forward. Villagers going to see some fire. Raiders do bonus damage versus villagers, and now he does pull out his muskets there to stab the raiders. We got some Fulani archers. They do bonus damage heavy infantry, which musketeers are classified as. And that villager may go down there. Let's get some more village musketeers on the field. They start engaging in melee. Raiders help push way forward. He needs some militiamen out on the field. There's the militiamen. I don't know how many villagers went down for the British, but he has 16 more villagers as an opponent. And he does have decent defense for us. Does want some his own longbows. They currently have 22 range. Fulani archers have 17, so longbowmen have very good range. The only thing that really outs range is the arrow knights, if I remember correctly. Lizzie, that was her name. Let's receive quite a bit of damage there.
Ready. Commandment.
Longbows, they do also have 16 damage as well. And they do bonus damage versus heavy cab and light cab. They do less damage versus heavy cab. And Fulani archers are classified as heavy infantry. No, they're classified as light infantry. They're good against heavy infantry. See, their attack speed is the same, so longbowmen are just generally better than them. They cost 105. A longbowman costs 100. The longbowmen are statistically better than the Fulani archers. Of course, longbows are a bit of a UK special, of course. It does have an outpost here for defense on this side.
Yes.
Musketeers, or militiamen and musketeers push way forward. They do get a good volley down one of the raiders. Longbows do find a Fulani archer there. Longbows trying to be overrun by the raiders.
Ready.
Now they're engaging the raiders up in melee. Longbowmen are mostly gone down. Some of the villagers get hit as well. Some of the villagers have gone down. The Brit is now eyeing for the next age. He's starting to get some resources on the field. He's actually low in gold and food, but enough for some more musketeers though. There's a lot of force here, but some of these villagers can get inside town center. They do get inside the town center. If the outpost and the town center are firing away, he should have a decent defense force here. But he will lose the rest of his musketeers. Got another wave of musketeers. Freshly just got pulled out there. And we've got also the explorer still at full health. That may have been ransomed back. Yeah, 100 gold ransom. And that was actually a pretty cost-effective, very tanky unit to get pulled out. So that was a good call for the ransom. Some of these villagers need to not be fighting, start collecting. More villagers, the villagers have been brought on out. Now the Musketeers trying to engage in melee. Needs to focus on the Fulani Archer, I would say. Let's get some damage there onto the Raiders. And now you have the Emir being redeployed, since the Emir has gone down. It looks like more Raiders being put on the field. There will be an age advantage for the British forces. Well, you should deploy out Hussars? There's Fortress Sage. Let's see what we got from there. You got some Tomahawks. Tomahawks are anti-cav. Not bad. They are classified as heavy infantry as well. So they will see bonus damage from the Fulani archers, but they are a fast-moving unit that's effective versus those raiders. Interesting, but I actually like the scene, that deployment, that selection there. Two players not eyeing for the next stage just yet, eyeing for mass military units. Snares, more Fulani archers, more Girats. The Emir has been redeployed. Now got veteran musketeers. Tomahawks advancing on forward as well. Emir seeing good damage there. Emir does go lead down. Tomahawks are pretty good versus the Emir. Got the Girats now reducing attack speed some of these units. Got these guys now engaged in melee. Raiders gain some good damage there, but they are going to get overwhelmed. More Fulani archers in one field. More musketeers advancing on forward. And also he does get forced back. Does lose more of the raiders there. Another shipment can be brought on in. And it's going for the photo attack. It's including Fulani archers range by 3. So they have 20 range. Still got range by longbows, but now got some falconets. There's a lot of cliff face here. You push it back a little bit farther forward, or farther back. Oop, does try to stun down the falconets. He's a spread out fire there. More raiders deployed on the field. Musketeers and Haudenosaunee Tomahawks trying to get some good damage there. He will lose the falconets, but does lose all the raiders. Falconet does go down. Does time to fall back. Looks like I got more musketeers from the field. 8, along with mainly building some falconets. He doesn't have a falconet. No, that was from the falconet card. You may want to put on a stable right now, or maybe try to get the Cheyenne riders. Musketeers now pulling field. These first need falling back. Red has now put a second town center now. And now we've got a massive number of musketeers here. A couple of the Tomahawk still remains, as does the scout as well. Falconets push away forward. Blue may have aggressive position, but red players only bring his tech advantage. And with the arsenal on the field, he may want to get out some additional technologies. Raiders receive a massive hit there. He has not repaired the war camp, so that will quickly go on down. The war camp does go down. Then now next the castle. The Fulani archers advancing forward. They're going to get ripped apart by the falconets. Falconets who get some good hits there. Falconets can receive quite a bit of damage there from the castle. Good damage there. Garrett's not picking their horns. Garrett's, of course, very good with his artillery there. Does lose the Emir once again. Falconet, 1 still remaining. 1 Garrett now remains. Garrett does go down. He does lose the Falconets. More red, not redcoats, but musketeers. They're not redcoats yet. And now he's going for a shipment of hussars. Falconets been deployed in the field, and they're in a good position there. Annihilates a good chunk of those Bolani archers. Gets some great damage across all of them. Does lose some of these red coats. Falconets need to start hitting archers there, getting some more kills. Let's take out some of the Falconets. Falconets have gone down. More musketeers being deployed in the field. More raiders being deployed in the field, and more musketeers on the build queue. Hussars not pushing forward. Cavalry is right. They should overrun the Bolani archers, no problem. More raiders go on the field.
Yes.
Hussars right now doing 30 damage and have 320 health. Raiders only have 180 health, does 22 damage. So those the Hussars will win them a one-on-one fight. And we've got also now the Musketeers getting good stabs as well. Hussars may just charge forward to get some more damage here. The Garrett's just tooting their horns. More Hussars being put on the field as well. Red's starting to pull ahead. And these are villagers there. There's some more food still back here, so they don't have to push too far forward for food. The rest of backing off, doesn't want to deal with the castle, or maybe it's going to deal with the castle. The Emir has been redeployed as well. And still no age up for the Suwa player. Gavin Riders deployed field, there are an anti-heavy cav tool. More Hussars being put on the field. Musketeers trying to ward away the Javelin Riders. Right now, he's not putting more villagers at the moment, which may be an oversight. He has currently 37 villagers. The Brit has 65 villagers, a significantly more number. And now I do have more raiders being put on the field. Blue's trying to hit another flank there. A large number of exposed villagers here. They could lose a significant number of them. He's going to lose a good number of those villagers. He's not paying attention just yet. Now they're starting to fall back. Red is going to go straight for his opponent's villagers. And Red has an expendable amount of villagers for say. But Blue does not. He's really pushing on these villagers there. Red's now making his advance. Trying to find his opponent's villagers. There's a number of Javelin Raiders there. This is where a good number of villagers are at. 15 out of the 37, so almost half are there. Well, Hussars push moving forward. It's going to start torch down the town center. It looks like a good number of them inside. Seems range back up, there's 12 inside. The birds are down to 63, so you lost some, but not too, a whole lot of them there when those cavalry trying to eat them. And it sounds like it'll start going down. More of the veteran Hussars being brought in over here as well. He does withdraw the villagers immediately. Or not immediately. Gonna numb them down now. More Hussars push way forward. Counts it down to 75, hitting some of these other units here, so those Hussars are going to keep those alive. They have no safe harbor anymore.
Commandment.
Now I do have the cavalry combat being researched there. And this force here will start to get overwhelmed.
Yes.
We got 37 units here being split apart. Up here we got 35. Emir goes down once again. So we got the Erox tuning the horns. Of course, got the Fulani archers firing away. And from melee mode, they're trying to overrun these javelin riders. The number of them sort of going down. These Hussars ripped apart most of this villages down to 10. And these Hussars are pushing way forward as well. And looks like the Husua player does back the game now. This and a great saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another HBars 3 replay. So on the right side is the Red Mexicans. We have MSC MYSTR, so Miscellaneous Mysterious? I have no idea. So on the left side is the Blue Iroquois. We have Captain Mazin. We of course got immediate trade post going on up. It looks like the Mexicans eyeing for a bit of trade. They spent all this wood on that. And now trying to claim some meese. And Paul needs to get some villagers onto the wood, because he's going to be a pop cap really soon. He needs... That is wood there. He needs to go and find a lot of trinkets on the field for wood. There's actually some trinkets for wood here. Okay, there's some wood from utilized. He still needs to get enough wood for a house. That's a bit interesting. The Iroquois, however, have not deployed out Community Plaza just yet. They're not the Aztecs. The Aztecs Community Plaza is probably the best of all of them because you get the warrior priests. We do have a longhouse here. He does have enough wood for a market. He may want to go for that. Witch Hunter. He does go and claim himself a Witch Hunter there. Very nice. What is he thinking? He is not claiming any wood. Wait. Hold on. This is what I thought. He is not eyeing to play this game normally. He's going for a revolution. That is the only logical explanation I have for him not building a house. They're revolting against him because he has not built a house for them, probably. So we do have a card deck here, but I'm not even going to cover this because I have a feeling this is going to be a revolution. He's going to fast age up into revolution. He has a hacienda on the field now. You can put the cow onto it as well. Let's see what he deploys out from the hacienda. You don't get more cows? Oh. Okay, and his opponent, what deck is he going for? We do have, let's see, High War Chief there, increasing health and damage, enable hit point aura action, not bad. And that's only cover feudal age, because I have a feeling it's going to be a revolution. We got villagers, resource crate of everything. War Chief siege damage, so we'll go Advanced War Chief, 1v1, that's the name of the deck. Archers, Warrior Hut attack increase, that will be very useful in against a revolution. War Hut hit point increase, useful in revolution. Infantry attack and hit points increase. Hand cavalry armed with axes, good. That's just the Kenyan horsemen. New ways, arsenals, as well as Cherokee allies. Of here, he has these amount of food stored up. Hacienda's eyeing for I'm not sure what. Oh wait, we can take a look down here. Food. Not eyeing for cows. He's trying to torch down some of the structures here. The Mexican player finally has built a house, apparently. Still, he didn't have a house earlier, so I'm still a bit not sure what he's going to go for. He has one shipment there. Is he going to go? Okay, he has now 2 houses there, so I am not sure what's up his build order. Okay, maybe I'm just mistaken. Let's keep an eye on the Mexican player, to say the least. His opponent's still trying to age up. He has given hunting dogs now. Got a barracks here as well. Of course, these units. Looks like these deserted pikemen actually do have decent siege damage. The Witch Hunter has 16, not too significant. The leader's named Jack Sparrow, apparently. Let's see, he also can pull out ships 1 dock wagon. Those are moose, not fish there, so I'm not sure why he went for this one. Ships with tomes of EXP, that could be decent. Going for crates. Okay, so he's maybe not eyeing for revolution. I may have been mistaken. So let's see now. Now let's cover the rest of the Mexican deck, because my prediction was just incorrect. Yeah, I'm not sure why you went for this one here. You must really want this one. Delivers tomes of 500 XP, improve the line sight of all units and buildings to complete real positions. Yeah, more question books. Okay. Buildings add 8 line of sight, then need to get those walls minus 8 line of sight. Because walls are classified as buildings. Villagers, great. Okay, I was right. I was right. So now we got a revolution here. He went for Argentina, I think. That's the flag. Does have access to the Cacheros. Arrives fast. Become revolutionaries when they are defeated. Ships additional settler for each ship you have or sent for this game. Just 4 soldados and you receive a free petard with all future shipments. Free petards? What? And ships a cathedral wagon. The factory wagons got replaced with Central American mercenary cavalry. So yeah, let's see how this is gonna go. Got some tomahawks here engaging the general. He has a decent defense force here. We got some walls here, some spiky walls. And now he's gone for outpost wagons. Is he fast revolution turtle? I have no idea. So he's eyeing to entrench himself with outpost wagons. I still think you have the same build him as 7 outposts, right? Though can't really say for sure if he's maintaining the same amount of outpost wagons and do a revolution, honestly. Upgrades outpost and blockhouse of frontier status. Ships 3 outpost wagons that transform. Does not increase the build limit. Churchwagen. And they're frontier outposts right now, so they're much heavier. Got these forces on to make their way forward. And we'll find the frontier wagon or frontier outpost. They do 45 damage. These tomahawks only have 165 damage, so it should be, what, 4-shotted? And there's 3 outposts here. We got a cathedral wagon now going on up. Maybe over here be safe. We got this Kellup. And apparently a siege attack. Why does a siege attack deals like 10% damage versus buildings when you can only be thrown against buildings? In fact, the siege attack does less damage versus villagers. And it can't be thrown against villagers. Am I crazy? One of the villagers have gone down. Cathedral wagon has gone up. Give 2 EXP. Booting repair percentage is 25 health and radius of 40. So it does automatically heal these nearby buildings. So he went for Revolution Turtle. Is that even a thing, I guess? Settlers have been going down. What's the name of the deck? Revolution deck. I should have read the name of the deck to figure out what he was going for. That's about the trade there. Now going for the Mexico research.
Mande.
Train post is aimed at a fire via torches. Got the Padre and the General in the middle of the map. And a foreign doggo. He's a very mad dog. He does torch down that trade post, which actually is important for EXP right now for him. He made the ATF proud by gunning down the dog. Town Destroyer, what does that mean? That may have been a research. Let's take a look at the Iroquois. He's going for Fortress Age, not by being aggressive. Can't get out by cannon until the Industrial Age. So Zion being a bit defensive, seeing his opponent is eyeing to be really defensive right now. Does have a Travis wagon there. Has ended the revolution. Okay. And what cards to get? Okay, he gets restored cards. I'm not sure what the benefits between revolting and then not revolting. That's what he did. Wait, he's Industrial Age. Wait, do you go straight to Industrial if he ends the revolution? Okay, so now he's getting out a fort wagon, in which also his general can also build himself a fort. Okay, this is going really strange. I did not realize you can end the revolution. That's maybe something unique with the Mexicans. But now he's in Industrial Age right now. Granted, the revolutionaries are very industrious. So the Ford wagon, those factory wagons can be very useful. Deploying on some heavy cannon right now would be very effective with the tomahawks. He is can bring a shipment of heavy cannons. Now have the horsemen try and push way forward. Let's find some of these villagers here. Horsemen do have nearly 300 health, but the frontier outpost will be very useful. Maybe a good idea to put the fort wagon maybe right around here. Something radius to the cathedral, but 40 radius is quite far. So, in comparison, these frontier wagons have 24 range, which is this red circle. So imagine it coming out to right around that's this of the fortress. So the cathedral's radius probably reaches out right around here. That's about how far it reaches out with that repair radius. So yeah, some soldados. I have no idea how to pronounce all these names. Even something Spanish I can't pronounce. The fort wagon's going on up. He has the community plaza on the field, getting some EXP. With one... Oh wait, the healer can now be in a community plaza? Huh. That's definitely not like that in regular edition. Well, at least make them a little bit more useful now. They're not warrior monks for their times 2. You can get a max out of 15, and I don't think they're causing population, so... Not bad. That's how now the soldados engaging. You can pull out some royal arquebuses from this location here, as well as winged hussars. We got the sizable force advance forward, including some these 4 prowlers, which are a skirmisher unit. They deal bonus damage versus heavy infantry, as well as versus ranged cav, light cav. They deal less damage versus cavalry in general. The soldados are a musketeer, so they are heavy infantry. The fort has been full field. He has falconet and some heavy cannon on the field. He has a lot of options you can bring on in. I'll be happy to go for the factories myself. You got the fast factory wagon. It does cost some wood, but it does also give factory wagons plus 100% health, which can be useful to make sure they don't go down. Make sure to put it in the radius of the cathedral. I believe that is in the radius of the cathedral. There's one comparison as well. This is the radius of the fort attack, 40. That may be just incorrect, because that's seems like the same radius there. It says, oh no, it's 26. I'm looking at the anti-ship. Looks like he's getting out steam power, water power. Wait, why is he going for all the factory research? You only get the effect for the primary production. I guess he's really gonna micromanage his factories if he's going for all of them, because you only get one. It only benefits the one that you're currently producing. Doesn't give you all those resources, so he's only going to get the free cannon. But he may be eyeing to micromanage his factory since he's getting all those researches going. I suppose if you manage to micromanage your factory, it can be very good. Shipment getting out another factory wagon. But right now he's only out, not collecting any gold, going for food and wood. Currently has 22 villagers. One has 42. So the single town center. Going for more forest prowlers. Heavy cannon will be very effective versus them.
Okay.
These guys do not do any bonus versus artillery. So the heavy cannon is going to annihilate them probably. Now he's going for his own industrial age, which can pull out a light cannon to engage the heavy cannon. Light cannon, or of course unique Iroquois cannon, which are a mix between the Culverin and the Falconet. While they're not as good as Culverin and anti-artillery roll, they are still very good range, and they can still hit everything like Falconets. I like light cannons; they're very good in my opinion. If you want to shoot everything with your artillery, that is the perfect unit for you. Gets out Travis wagon with that. Some of these Saltios, or however you pronounce it, do get knocked back. Heavy cannons do have a range of 28, which is very significant. The Iroquois needs to pull out some light cannon now. I do know our musket riders, they do bonus for artillery. They are a dragoon, basically. And now I do have the inspiring flag right there to improve these nearby units. Now these soldati, how do I pronounce that? Their range attack is 47, a very, very significant attack. Grants, also grants attack damage to buildings. That could be very good for a fort. More elite forest prowlers, as well as elite musket riders, been pulled in the field. He does get some light cannon out in the field. You can see here they do have 32 range, as opposed to heavy cannons 28 range. Bonus damage versus light, bonus damage versus structures, and bonus damage versus what is that one? icons looks like partially peeling off. Versus ships, and also bonus versus artillery. Only 70 damage. Heavy cannons. There is a deployed heavy cannon there. It does have 200 damage. But it has 28 range, so it can be counter-barraged by the light cannon.
Okay.
The light cannon also actually get pushed around pretty quickly, so... Oh yeah, they don't have horses moving around. They get pushed around, so they're actually a bit speedy as well. They're a very nice unit to use. They're easy, they can... You want to shoot everything with them, and they can shoot. Able to shoot everything with them. More villagers being brought in, as well as one covered wagon for a town center. We got 2 heavy cannons being deployed down out to the factory wagons, now going for the Saltieros. Basically the skirmisher for the Mexicans.
Comandante.
¿Cuáles son mis blancos? Sí, mi comandante.
Listo.
Listo para la emboscada, comandante.
See a bit of fire there. When these are starting to go on down. Got a good number of heavy cannons here as well. Light cannons are hitting the Saltieros, or the Soldados. Heavy cannons trying to hit the various units. Now the heavy cannons starting to get hit. The elite musketeers. Blue bones aim versus the heavy cannons, but the heavy cannons do have quite a bit of damage, range damage resist, and they just have a good amount of health. They do go and try to pack on up, stops, fires, doesn't take out many of the heavy cannon, and you will get those replaced given enough time. And overall, looks like the Iroquois army does go down. The heavy cannons just very large number, gets some great damage there. Light cannons push forward to get the counterattack. The range cavalry like the Dragoon and the Elite Musketeer, sure they can do bonus versus artillery, but these can have 75% range damage resist, so they can withstand quite a bit of abuse from those units. Got some players still in a good position there, getting more cannon on field, eyeing for more veterans Soldados. Doesn't have any more villagers in the build queue, so he is not eyeing for more villagers, which may be an oversight. Nor is deploying any more cows. And a loyalist shipment has come on in. Not sure what that one is. Maybe it's from one of the settlements. From some of the locals. Got the increased damage circle there. You may want to switch the town centers or the community plazas research right now. Time for more of the champion forest prowlers. He knows about the heavy cannon, and maybe not a good idea to go for those guys. He sees all the musketeer variants. So going for something that's heavy, good against heavy infantry, and versus the heavy cannons. So probably the melee horsemen, honestly, will probably be best in this situation. No, against musketeers, that's a bad idea. So maybe the archers with some sort of... He needs light cannons, that's for sure. That is a large number of heavy cannons. Maxon's at pop cap as well. He's going to need to fix that. He's running a little bit low on wood. And now the forest prowlers, they can camouflage, but they're going to get annihilated. They can start redeployed out there. And look at this. This is going to be bad. Ooh. Yeah. These forest prowlers, they need to be camouflaged. Because there's a long house there. If they were to camouflage and maybe sent the melee mode against artillery, that would have been good. Up north, he does find the extra talents that are there. It is not one from a covered wagon, so he does stop it from being built. But those horsemen need to come down south. He can't be trying to finish that off. He needs to make sure that this force just dies, because this heavy cannon is going to destroy his infrastructure. We got a massive wave of light cannons there, but the heavy cannons are in range. Light cannons do get a good volley there, so the heavy cannons do withstand some hits there. One of the light cannons have gone down. And the heavy cannons are just in range. Their high damage is able enough to overrun those light cannons. Elite Force prowess being annihilated by heavy cannons. War Hut's almost down. Yeah, more force prowess, but there goes the War Huts. No more force prowess there. Now here comes the cavalry. He needs to get these artillery pieces down. Heavy cannons do also have some decent health, and they picking up these there. He's sending his musketeers in melee, or not really doing it. As an inspired fragment does not the cannon's damage output. I'll probably be a little bit powered there, if it's good. And all those units do go down. Sure, I sent those guys in the melee mode against those cannons. You now also have these Soldados do have a grenade attack, second attack against structures. Immune Pulse does go down. Does take out the coin collection there. Arm goes down. The Iroquois have a shipment they bring on in, have plenty of population space. Maybe the main loyalists, but I don't know what he can do. It's just too much cannon.
Okay.
And this is exactly what he needs. He needs these Kanye horsemen. They will annihilate those cannons. They give bonus influence to cannons. So they will do approximately 50 damage per hit. Yeah, look at that.
On the horse, huh?
So they went in unsupported there, so they do get annihilated because there's a lot of other force there. And nothing to draw away from the ire of the cannons themselves. Yeah. I think the Iroquois just misread what he should deploy on the field. Sounds like it's still not being built or completed. Nope, it is being built now. I think that's by the villagers. Yeah, I think this game's pretty much over. Corral has before on the field. Going for the Champion Cayenne Horseman. The Iroquois actually has a large amount of resources in the field, so he's been floating quite a bit. He's not been remaxing properly. He is low in population space. He has plenty of resources. Mexico right now has minimal resources at the moment. Still has not produced many more villagers.
Comandante.
Inspiring flag ability has been utilized. Elite Force Pros making their advance. And some of them are already pretty wounded, so another good chunk of them do go down. And looks like the Air Corps does back the game now. This is Anagrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Yeah, I've seen too much Hasua today, so let's go to a different replay. Sorry, almost every game I cast today was Hasua, so let's just go to a different one. Here we go. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another H-Powers 3 replay. Spawn on bottom left side as the Ethiopians, we have High Tier God. Spawn on north side as the Blue Indians, we have Lolian Pasha. Of course, he does claim that treasure there, healing up with his monks. Going for a granary, and does have a livestock mark in the field as well, very nice. Plague doctors engaging that almost looks like a Native American horseman. He is Indian, just the wrong. Oh no, that's Ethiopian. Why do I get demolished? Not sure what he's referring to. Maybe referring to other games. Of course, Indians, they're a little bit special. Their villagers do cost wood rather than food. So he can go ahead and focus on wood collection. You still need to get some villagers on food in order to age up. It's a little bit hard to manage sometimes. But with a bit more proper management, you can do fine. You have the Ethiopian has brought in his first card. He's going for the Trinity. Ships 2 villagers and 1 Aboon. Villagers construct buildings faster and gather resources. Aboons are tasked to a mountain monastery, so it's their monk, and they can collect up gold themselves. The Ethiopian player has not set the deck just yet, doesn't have enough XP. What about Streetlets? Talk about Russians? Wasn't paying attention to their chat. Maybe you should play Russians. Oh, Streetlets are meant to be trash. They're like groups of 10 of dirt cheap, weak units. We have 1 card shipment available. He's not set the card just yet. Now he has. Let's take a look at each player's cards. The Indian player does have the wood trickle rate. Does provide a 1.25 wood trickle rate, which is basically 2 villagers, right? It also delivers 1 Hindu villager. Very good card. Oh wait, I had those monks selected there. There we go. I now can move on the camera. Does have resource crate, Dravidian martial tactics. All hand attacks do more damage, especially Raputs. They're shock infantry. Or is it heavy? I think it's shock. You of course have the Sepoys, the Sours, the counterattack increase, and Sours inflict more damage against archers and skirmishers. Zombiarchs inflict more damage against heavy cavalry and coyote runners. Back when coyotes runners were their own class rather than just shock. Receive export. Relations are now very cheap. We do now have more wood trickle rate, which is basically like 3 or 4 villages worth. It's pretty nice. Different number of tiger claws. More resource crate, infinite wood, gold, mercenary run by swordsmen, Gurkhas, more Gurkhas. Royal green jackets. Gurkhas do more damage to heavy infantry. Each tech at the console grants additional Gurkhas for free. Very nice. So he may hold off on his console until he gets that researched. Boys, Gurkhas, and Sours hit points attacks increase. Fabrics. Siege elephants. Mahat lancers. And then later on it has more siege elephants. More Mahat lancers. And some Mesrin rockets. Heavy artillery fires a rocket. Probably a British rocket variant. And Indian Jat Lancers. And let's see now his opponent. Yeah, more villagers. Tablet. All existing and newly constructed mountain monastery contains additional coin. Oh, so it makes your monasteries even better. And it says existing and newly constructed as well. So that makes it so you don't have to stall out to get it. Very nice. I like cards like that. Let's see. Gold, prize boiled, particularly fattened cows that can be fattened further. The Dacian, heavy ranged infantry that throws javelins at closer range. The Shotel warriors, fast moving shock infantry. Band of cannoneers. And we do also have Falsehood Castles, which he has deployed down the field. It's a palace wagon with extra influence tokens. Naxos is a leader pushing way forward. More influence. Giant mortar, the Sebastopol mortar. I always think it's Sebastopol, not Sebastopol. Higher cannoneers, more palaces. All those gather rate improved. 15% of all resources. Monks bashing their heads against that royal embassy. Sudanese allies. Throwing knives, and we've also got the Somali javelin ears. Infinite villager card, more influence, heavy range javelin throwers, hotel warriors, skirmishers with high hit points, more mortars, Somali militiamen, specialized countering artillery and ships. Ships influence per current mountain monastery. All can be sent one time. Also delivers 2 tokens of 400 influence. Ships 2 palace builders, 3 camp builders, increase build limits for those units or structures. And Berber allies, Berber light cavalry are riding a fast camel unit, verify horsemen. We've got a lot of military cards up here and some cows. He's fighting against the Indians who don't want him to eat those cows. Yeah, we also got fast fortress age for the Ethiopians. We have some more sours being put on the field. So it looks like the Ethiopians or the Indians may push on forward. It does have this wonder on the field. Ships food, wood, or coin when built, and has keepers of rats that increase gathering rate of nearby villagers, which will help them collect up more resources nearby. Was just going to take on some of these brigands. He confused them. One brigand does go down. This explorer does spot this army. He needs to fall back. He does have some watchtowers here for defense.
Adesh?
And he has now researched the Ottoman consulate. He does have another mountain monastery here. He could play on this, maybe this coin. Nope. Oh, yes it is. Just being interrupted by all the gold chests on the ground and the wildlife. There you go. Now he should be free, I think. Maybe not. And he deletes this royal embassy. He really wants that deployed out there. Oh, it does have quite a bit of upgrades on the watchtowers. They have... Okay, it is 30 damage, 24 range, and may look like a cannon shot there, but not so a cannon.
Adesh?
So just get force back there. These outposts will keep him safe for now. There's the cannon where it came from this castle. Palace Widow going on up. Eyeing for another castle here and here. The Ethiopian is really trying to turtle in. There's a large amount of defensive here. He does spot this building castle, and the villager trying to collect some deer. He's trying to heal the villager right there. Very nice, but the villager will likely go down. The sours do bone sandwiches to villagers times 2. And there's the castle now. Just going to see a bit of fire there. Starting to get them healed up. Trying to fall back down center. Does save them all. And now he does find himself in the middle of all these units. Looks like Blue called him a lamer. And now got influence here as well. So he has more influence there. Dying for more abundance. You won't get 5 of them, but they can collect gold for free or get a bit of influence as well. In this age, he may want to go for, let's see, he has a bit of influence in Warcraft. Nothing too significant though. He could go for the Somali or Sudanese allies when he gets another shipment for his influence. Got a sizable force here. A forward house for the Indians. And this is where he's currently collecting up coin with the Mountain Monastery. This Mountain Monastery is currently not collecting. It has a passive collection, of course. Oh, this one here is... so it has passive as well. Find some exotic doggos there to put down. The employer only has 17 villagers at the moment. One has 33, so he's been really skipping on his villager production. Though he did spend quite a bit of time going to the next age, he may want to go for a bit of wood to get a second town center up. He currently has no wood stored up. Another wonder going up is the Chimarian Gate. Ships, Sour or Lancers, let's see. Could be the one Madhab to the Lancer. You can train muscle body units with enhanced units. Oh, here's something to note as well. This map. I don't know. I'm thinking a different map. It's not the one where you get the Royal Hunters. The Ethiopians have to pay for tribals with influence. And so those are powerful research as well. Golden Liberties could be pretty good. All units cost 5 less gold. Now we got Imperial Age here, researching the Indians to fight the Indians. So he's going for, not Imperial, Industrial Age versus Commerce, or Fortress Age. There are some sepoys as well. Has 2 shipments available. He may eye for both of them for this age. He could go for resource crates or some other things like the Gurkhas. Does have 1 shipment available. He could go for some villagers. He could stand to get some extra villagers. So he actually has quite a bit of influence right now, so maybe some mercenaries. Oh, now it's up to him what he wants to do with it. Another market, or that's just the Indian market there being brought on in.
Hello.
Now I do have the Imperial Bureaucracy Research as well as Siege Elephants. Siege Elephants will of course be pretty good to engage all the structures. This explorer does spot the know-how. And now it's going towards his contract with the Ottomans. If I remember correct as well, he could also get the extra Gurkhas per shipment. There are some Arami swordsmen. The Indian players probably pushed pretty hard for it. What did the Ethiopian got? He got the Berber allies, so he has a good number of Berber camel riders right now. They're anti-cavalry, anti-shock, anti-artillery unit. Do less damage to light infantry. Which Gurkhas, or those are sepoys. Sepoys are heavy infantry, Gurkhas or light infantry. We do have infantry Gurkhas, bonus infantry sepoys. Sepoys tend to be in the front. Do not the Berbers engaging the camels. The Ethiopian players pushing forward has a number of these champion Sunnis dervish. Sepoys are gonna go down there, so that's a good number of Gurkhas. I think the Ethiopian player needs to pull back his remaining force and fall back. Get some more thrown at his opponent. Dervishes, let's see. Throws knives. That's a knife thrower. And now got the Sevastopol mortars. Annihilates. I think that was a villager there. Oh, villager dead. Sevastopol mortars do really good damage. 375 damage with 4 radius. The attack speed is 6. The range is 30. They do less damage with the cavalry, shock infantry, and artillery. Bonus damage versus walls. In other words, if your opponent goes hyper-aggressive infantry, they are not very good. If they go for not-so-aggressive infantry, they'll do just fine. They also got a number of these anti-cav tools. But also anti-shock. Let's get a small hit there. Do not have a horror of some sort right now being brought up in. Siege Elephant turn 3 is an anti-siege tool. Let's get some good hits of those Gurkhas. Let's lose one of the mortars. The Indian front line half disintegrated. He could take out the rest of these. He's take out this other mortar, because that will allow him to not lose much structures as it starts advancing. More Gurkhas being put in the field, gains good damage here. So the mortar does go down. In fact, the Ethiopians didn't lose that fight in general. Ethiopians or Indians are supplying out more villagers, more elephants. This one right now is supplying out more of the javelin riders. They are of course an anti-heavy cav tool. As well as the anti-shock hand shock infantry. But this point, not accounting for Gurkhas. Gurkhas are of course an anti-light cav, which those javelin throws are classified. As well as anti-heavy infantry. We got some Nefets. We think our heavy infantry. Skirmish with high hit point. They are classified as a light infantry, so Gurkhas do not receive bonus damage to them. Nor in return, though. We got some Redcoats not pulling on the field as well. There's some Mahad starting to advance on 4 as well. And some of these villagers do go down. The Ethiopian player does not have expendable amount of villagers. Down to 19. One has 54. More dervishes being pulled on out. They are of course anti... not heavy cav tool. It would be used versus a sepoy, but not versus the Gurkhas or those elephants. These guys do have 30 range armor, which is actually quite significant. Gurkha's person does have 30 as well. Now some outposts are going to be destroyed. Ethiopians do have some resources to work with. Has expended all of his influence. Oh yeah, with the Indian market now, he gets out some of these Indian research. Gonna bring in some more Shotel warriors. Ethiopians just going for a large number of villagers. So you get some housing there. I heard a castle of some sort. That castle and town center along the flank. You spot this mountain monastery there. And there is actually another town center over here. It may not have been producing villagers all too much. He has a lot of food right now. I think he's the Ethiopian player does not have a lot of food at the moment. I think he's been neglecting his village production for too long. Those are some Gurkhas there. These Shotel warriors, they are classified as shock infantry, and they just had damage. They do bonus damage versus light infantry, which is bonus damage versus Gurkhas. Got now these camels pushing forward. Those camels do go down. Mountain Monster can also get some good health regen in this region as well. Chota War is trying to flank around. Siege elephants, they're not second great versus infantry, though they're just meant for our counter unit. Chota Warriors is connect with backline. There's no anti-cav tool up here, so these guys are just getting annihilated. And the Chota Warriors go down. I think the Ethiopian players lost the game. There's not enough villagers. More Javelin Riders from Plot and Field. And he said he screwed this one up. Oh, either way, this is Android saying, thank you for watching, on to the next replay. I probably have enough time for one more replay tonight, but I just need to use the restroom. Please give me one moment. Sorry about that. Oops. That's what I just did, right? I may download this replays twice. My apologies. And same players. Let's just do a different set of players. No offense. Here we go. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 3 replay. As well on the south side as the blue Swedes, we have Lilian Pasha. Well on the bottom top right side as the red Spanish, we have Merc. Swedes versus the Spanish. Well, it's hard to say how this one will go. We may see... there's a lot of things to go. Might have to wait and see their decks and see what's going on. This player's spamming the build village a bit too much. Go this one. Oops, did I actually save a screenshot? I didn't think I hit a button to save a screenshot. Then, do you see that button pull up if a player in the game screenshot? Well, we've got some torps now pulled on the field, which will help him slowly collect up these various resources. Some berries, some coin, this carcass. And now do we have the first shipment available? We may have found some EXP out in the field. Of course, we've got settlers. We do also have the Conquistador, and previous Spanish explorer with his war dogs and his war dogs in combat. So he may be eyeing for something a bit more aggressive with his explorer and using his dogs. He may be eyeing for, let's see, Merc 2. That's his name, is profile. So I have a feeling he may be eyeing to skip aggressive conversation, go straight to fortress. This is a guess though. Villagers been pulling more villagers. Got food, wood, and coin drop off. Got some pikemen, roderos, hand attack cavalry, hand attack hit points. Reconquista, just one conquistador for each 3 archaic units you've lost, maximum of 10. And of course, got the House of Trozmia, however you pronounce that. House of Trozmia. Rise fast, age ups, or your next age up is cheaper, faster, and the shipments you have received in your current age. And the faster, more shipments you have. Let me read that again. Your next age up is cheaper, faster. The more shipments you have received in your current age. So the more shipments you receive in this age, the the cheaper it gets, as well as faster. Interesting. Weird. Niche card. You may want to eye aggressively for the trade posts then. You receive in your current age, so it doesn't apply to any of this one up here either. He may do that for age 3 rather than the age 2. Either way, the rest of one of his is the Viceroy's New Spain. Get some Hacienda wagons, very nice. Pikemen, roderos. He's signed for archaic stuff. Hussars, cavalry combat, lancers, caballeros, who lets do increased damage with infantry and has strike from additional range. Falconets, Spanish gold, precious metals, new world grant additional gold for all your shipment, very nice. And heavy range infantry mercenaries, some Servo, the armored pistoliers. Of course, down here we do have the Peninsular Guerrillas, improve range infantry attack, allows skirmishers to see the location of enemies you recently have damage. Increases all damage of all range infantry by 20%, but then tones down musketeers by 10%. This is mostly primarily meant for crossbows and their skirmishers, but not necessarily for the musketeers. And of course, factory standard. His opponent, let's see. Same shipment, he does get his villager shipment in. This here, torps now spawn blueberry bushes instead of berry bushes. There, your berry bushes present on the map also become blueberry bushes and contain more food. Blueberries are gathered much faster by torps. Lacquer. Got crate. We got 1v1 Renek, which maybe no, never mind. We also got hand attack for infantry and cavalry. We've got all heavy infantry endpoints are increased. Of course, got the leather cannons. The torps gain plus 100% more coin quickly from mines. So that just makes it able to collect coin faster. Dominions, which he researched, gets himself 4 torp wagons. Then we've got gold. Each torp spawns blueberry bush containing 1,000 food. Berry bush, and that probably is affected by blueberries. Let's see, Catalans inflict more damage to the range attack. Howdy. More damage to the range attack, switch to heavy cav and shock infantry. see, Hussars and Carolines, Falconets, Snaplock, Carolines and Hybrid range and line of sight increase, 3 range and 1 range. Blue's eyeing to apply some pretty big aggression on the field with the Torps. And Hessians and Trample Tactics. Factory, and then Prospector Wagons. And Carolines now resist range damage instead of melee damage. Very nice. Carolines and Grenadiers hit points increase. Also designed for a good number of Carolines being pulled on the field. He has a nice force of 9 right there. His opponent right now is eyeing for a shipment of pikemen, and it's going for fast castle age. He has not researched the House of Traumacia just yet. So he is maybe eyeing for using this to go next Imperial Age, eyeing for a large number of shipments. Pikemen advancing forward. The Carolines are classified as a musketeer. But they don't have good damage resistance against or melee attack versus a cavalry. They do have good range attack versus cavalry instead. They are classified as heavy infantry.
Preparado.
And musketeer and these pikemen, of course, are more of an anti-cav tool. They're defensive, they're archaic, they deal 8 damage per attack. Not great, just okay. Spanish eyeing for defense there. Outpost wagons here. You can get out some Kawashi, heavy Turkmen cavalry. Excuse me. Which have, it looks like a hybrid unit. Torps eyeing to collect up this gold there. Trying to push forward with his Torps there to collect gold passively. And he's keeping this shipment here. Let's see. I think you don't have to go for this one immediately as well. So let's see what he's going to go for first. Usually people go for the Hacienda wagon, but he's going for the Spanish gold. Makes sense. Get extra gold per shipment. We do have one trade post up here.
See?
He does trade himself some hunting dogs there. Very nice. Hunting dogs do 22 damage, so they're better in hand-to-hand combat than pikemen somehow. They also have double health now, so he's actually not gotten the Conquistador upgrade. Never mind. Veteran skirmishers push me forward, get a bit of damage on the Carolines. Then skirmishers are more of an anti-musketeer tool. They do bonus damage heavy. So they're a good item to counter the Carolines. Carolines now falling back. Does get the next shipment available, going for some Falconets. Looks like he's eyeing to push on forward now. Oops.
¿Qué me ordena? Sí.
Turn to torch down these Torps. Carolines are here. One Torp does go down. Very nice. They are 140, same cost as a manor, so relatively cheap. Still don't want to lose them, however. And he has plenty of population space there. He only has most of these Carolines for defense. He's going for the next age now. As far as advancing forward, the Carolines do not get melee bonus damage versus cavalry. They only get range damage bonus versus heavy cav. The skirmish being distracted by the barracks now. Pikemen push way forward as well. Damn, here Carolines do have decent hand attack, better than pikemen, honestly. Pikemen sort of going down now. Got some doggos here as well. I wonder what he got as a shipment. Not sure what he got for a shipment. My apologies, hit my microphone. More of the Hussars being pulled on field. Gets those Hussars. He does have still pikemen here. Going for more skirmishers as well. No, he's actually out of pikemen. No, there's 2 pikemen there. 2 pikemen are engaging, trying to open the falconets. Let's get one of the Hussars there, but let's the Hussars move over on the falconets. Doggo's getting gunned down as well. Skirmishers getting some hits there on the Carolins. Do the dogs count as archaic infantry when it comes to that one shipment? Skirmishers getting overwhelmed. And there goes that explorer.
Que me ordena.
You could go for some of these natives. We do have the artillery foundry now being employed in the field. Going for a shipment of rodeados. By butchering up these names really bad. Do the Carolins do bone samples shock? They don't appear to. Oh, no, they do. Bone samples is a hand and shock infantry. Do rodeados consider a shock infantry? Or are they considered heavy? They're actually classified as heavy, not shock. Even though they generally fit the role of shock infantry quite well. And these guys do not do bone samples heavy, so the rodeados will be very good versus those musketeers. I mean, these guys were basically shock infantry even before coyote runners, honestly. Oh well. Shipments available. Because you don't see the viceroy's royalties of New Spain yet. He's going for more pikemen. Maximum 10. Let's see. He will get so far 3 conquistadors. Need some more dead archaic units. I guess those dogs do not count as archaic infantry. Veteran I don't know how to pronounce some of these names. They are a light range cavalry from Finland, as well as short range attack. They are basically dragoons, but a little bit different. But quite a bit of damage right there. Got some lances not on field. They're anti-infantry tool. Let's see these guys. They do bonus damage in AoE. Effective versus heavy cav versus hand shock artillery. Deal less versus infantry and villagers.
See?
2 falconets are here. Going for another torp now. There's some blueberry bushes there. Both sides have 2 falconets. Currently, the Spanish not deploying out anything. Also a little bit pop cap. And the Swedes have a lot more population field. It has probably a couple more villagers as well as all the torps to provide some good resource generation. Yeah, that's more than a villager's worth across various resources. We have some more Carolins not being employed on the field. We also have some coin crates there to be gathered up, but it's being gathered by torps. Trample tactics, so you may be eyeing for trample tactics. More Hussars going for Culverin. Got a massive force now advancing forward. You guys have some pikemen here to push on forward, as well as rodeados. Oh, and all the pikemen got disintegrated by those falconets. Yep. And they all went down to the falconets. They got annihilated. Skirmishers now falling on back, going for some more lancers there. One of the falconets are still alive for the Spanish. One of the Swedish falconets to go down, but now the Spanish falconets are down. Another one coming along the flank. Trying to get there, and does focus down. More lines to be close to the field. They do bonus infantry, but not necessarily versus the cavalry. And it looks like Red's gonna go ahead and surrender now. No, he doesn't really need the house anymore, because there's plenty of space for his forces. For Shimmer Rodieros, he's starting to pull in. He hasn't lost any. He's on 28 dojos. His opponent has 38. 9 permanent idle as well. And now it's a pop cap. Yep, this game's pretty much over. Rodieros advancing on forward to get annihilated. He does get a shipment out at the exact same time as well, but they're hitting cavalry, not the Carolines. Lancers are hitting the Carolines now. And that is the end of the replay. Let's end great saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. As I mentioned beforehand, that's my last replay for tonight, so everyone, thank you for watching, have a good evening, and get some good rest.